Hey guys, it's my third video of the day, and recording is the easy part, editing is it's the sucky part. But this video, since my theme kind of is beauty on a budget this summer, so I'm going to be introducing you guys to new ways not to cut corners. When you cut corners, you end up looking bogus. So we're not going to cut corners. We're simply just going to do it on a budget. So stupid. Yeah, this is Eat on a Budget. 5 great tips, especially 5 great little simple tips of mine that can actually go a pretty long way. So here's the first one. I had to write them down first. Keep your brushes clean. This is a very important tip. Not only does this help for keeping down infection, because you can get infection from your makeup, ladies or gentlemen. You can get makeup from you can get infection from your makeup, and also it helps you save a lot of money. Keep your brushes clean. I'll show you my brushes for a second. You keep your brushes clean, and you can actually fit more makeup on there, and it goes a long way. The rule of a little bit goes a long way starts to apply when your brushes are clean. When they're clean, this is an elf brush. A Echo Tools brush. I use this for contouring and for blush. So here's the thing with the brushes. You keep the brush clean, then there's more room to put the makeup on. If there's so much makeup packed into the brush, you're not getting that much makeup on there, and it's just going deeper into the brush instead of less on your face. Especially that goes for the eyelash. I love the word eyelash today. I did that in my last video. Especially for the eyeshadow tools. That works a lot. You can get really frustrated that your eyeshadow's not staying on, and I did that especially for my foundation brush. My mother gave this foundation brush to me a long time ago. This is a really nice brush. The cap had I lost the cap, but it had what's it called? The company name on the actual brush. But this is a very nice brush. It's a very expensive brush. And especially more important than your eyeshadow brushes, you're gonna have to clean your foundation brush clean. You keep your foundation brush clean, you keep bacteria away from your face, especially if you got a cold, when you're brushing around your mouth, ladies, and then you get over the cold, you dab it in your foundation and do it all over again. It's nasty. You're just giving yourself more reason to get sick, then it's time off, you ain't making no money, all because you didn't clean your brush. That's a damn shame. So, that's what you're going to do. You're going to keep your brush clean. Okay? All your brushes clean. I would recommend probably once every 3 weeks. If you wear a lot of makeup, once every 3 weeks. If you don't, probably once a month. Not even, not that much of a difference. So that's the number 1 rule. Keep your brushes clean. The number two big tip, more of to do, is to have nice brushes. And I'm not talking about the Walgreens brushes. Now, I do love Echo Tools. I think Echo Tools, like this brush that I do have here, they're actually good. They're all natural. They're not chemically tested or anything. That's what they say that's their marketing standpoint, is that they're natural. Echo Tools is okay. You can find Echo Tools in Walgreens or CVS. You can also find it in Ulta, which is really the only reason why I'm saying it's okay to use. This is pretty much between ELF and Echo Tools, the cheapest you should go. And these are my ELF tools. And only reason why I'm recommending ELF is because they're really cheap. So the budget thing, as we were talking about, and they actually have professional tools. A siding brush, like this one, or just a normal eyeshadow brush like this. I do have a Target eyeshadow brush, but I would only use it for just brushing over in a color that you just want to keep everything together. This is a Target brush. The reason why I'm saying is to have nice brushes is because I had this eyeshadow palette that my cousin Keisha gave me a while ago, and I still use it to this day. And for a while, for maybe about 2 years, I couldn't use any of the colors because my brush was too cheap to use the colors. So the brush wouldn't even pick up the colors. So this is why I'm saying if I didn't know the brush was the problem, I would have thought the palette was the problem. So then I would have bought another palette, realizing that I just spent a whole bunch of money. I just wasted $20, $40, $50 on a eyeshadow palette that I had. Okay, I had good eyeshadow. It was just the brush that was my problem. So if you invest in brushes, you don't even have to invest. Just go out and research cheaper brushes instead of buying MAC tool brushes. You don't have to buy MAC to have nice brushes, so that you can use more of the makeup, keep it clean, you get more on your face, and you don't have to go wasting money buying more things that you already have. So buying, I think, does that make sense? It's really, my grammar is really off today, so excuse me for that. Number 3, and this is what I'm telling you to do. I'm not asking you, not suggesting. Do not use sponges. If you're not a hardcore makeup person, I recommend to not use sponges. And I'm only saying if you have, if you're crying or something, that's the time to use sponges. If you just want to pack on something really, really fast, like a touch-up, then use a sponge. As far as foundation, I'm really big on foundation. Don't know if you can see my contouring from here, but okay, this is what sponges do. Sponges, for when they sell makeup, is a marketing tool that when you use the sponge, this is why they give you sponges, like the little sponge eyeshadow things that come in the eyeshadow if you buy like CoverGirl or something like that. The makeup stays on the sponge. Most of the makeup stays on the sponge instead of going on your eyelid, so that you use more of the product. So then you go back and you buy more of the product. This is exactly why you probably see on TLC shows of what not to wear or makeup shows, and you see the people using the sponge. Don't use a sponge. If you have liquid makeup, I suggest you using your fingers. It's a great way to get it in between all the grooves. Or use an e.l.f. brush. You can use a brush to put it on. But I'm selling no sponges because most of the makeup stays on the sponge instead of on your face. So that's a great way of saving money right there. Number 4, add primer. You add primer, you use less makeup, it stays on longer so you don't have to pack it on in the middle of the day. And it just makes your colors more vibrant so that you don't have to go out, think you're buying a more vibrant color, and you just find out that it's just your primer. Makeup comes off. It does. It's just going to do that. So buy face primer and eyelid primer. I also have lip primer. I'm not using it right now because I'm using my lip cream from my last video. But definitely use primer. Also, the biggest thing I can tell you right before I go is to substitute, ladies. You don't have to buy everything that all these YouTubers are saying to buy. They're trying to give you different looks. So that doesn't mean that you can't create the look without having it. I know my favorite YouTuber is Nitria B. I absolutely love her. Shout out to her. So instead of she contours her face, I contour my face as well. It's bad lighting. I'm doing this video at night. So what I do is I take a darker foundation from the summer. You do darker foundation in the summer, lighter in the winter, and there you have it. So just substitute, and love you guys. Mwah! Hope to see you soon.